Hi everybody, my name's Brian Holcomb. I'm the organizer behind this raffle to benefit Amy Dillon. Amy, if you are not associated with her, don't already know her, is a pretty remarkable woman. Honestly, one of the best people that I know. Little bit about her: she is a 12-year veteran of the United States Marine Corps. She served as a senior drill instructor at MCRD Paris Island, and in the 6 years since leaving active duty, she works full-time as a firearms instructor for Palmetto State Armory. She teaches classes throughout the South and is in the process of doing more across an even wider area of the country. She spends a lot of time teaching people how to safely defend themselves, how to safely use firearms. And then when she's not working, which her work schedule frankly is beyond the capacity of most mere mortals already, she puts a lot of effort into volunteering with groups like the DC Project. DC Project, if you're not familiar with it, is an effort to bring female gun owners, representatives from every state, into Washington to meet with legislators, to meet with their staffs, in order to present a positive image of American gun owners, and to help positively affect legislation that affects us. Amy is the South Carolina representative for the DC Project. She also works with South Carolina Carry and Georgia Carry. She volunteers with Veterans Advocacy Services and also with the United States Concealed Carry Association. She is a incredibly hardworking, very remarkable individual, and I'm very proud to be able to call her a close friend. The reason that this effort is ongoing to help her is that she's a resident of South Carolina, was traveling on business in early October when Hurricane Matthew hit. Her community was flooded out. There were several days of standing water. And when she was able to get home and get to her house, she found everything had been destroyed, basically. All of her appliances, all of her furniture, almost all of her personal possessions. I mean, she even had to get rid of her service uniforms, which I know was a blow to her personally. Her house had to have all the flooring, all the finished carpentry, interior doors removed. The bottom cabinets throughout the house had to be thrown away, and the entire house was stripped down to the studs from the floor up 4 feet to allow for drying and mold remediation. It's been that way for 2 months, and she's just barely being able to start doing any reconstruction now. Now, her community had not seen any flooding in a long time. They were not in a designated flood zone, so she, like most of her neighbors, did not carry any flood insurance. And so she is now stuck on her own, needing to replace almost everything that she owns. And I can't let a friend be stuck on that on their own. For me, my friends, my good friends, the people that I know and trust, they aren't just friends. I refer to them as my chosen family. I look to Amy as a sister, and just as much as the three sisters that I grew up with. She is family. And I work in facilities management. There isn't a single aspect of residential construction and repair that I can't do. I'm located in Utah, 2,200 miles away. It's basically a 3-day drive to get out there with a truckload of tools. And if I lived closer, I would be rebuilding her house myself. But because of factors of distance and my own obligations with work and school and my family, it's just not an option. So I endeavored to find another way to be able to help her out. A number of friends had convinced her to open a campaign on the website GoFundMe so that people who were so inclined could donate money to her to help her to be able to rebuild. And so I decided that was what I needed to do. That we were going to figure out how to drive donations so that she can get the funds that she needs to get her house habitable again and get her life back together. So I shoot competitively, primarily shooting 3-gun. And the one common thread amongst 3-gun shooters is AR-15s. Most of us compete with them. Most of us build and modify them. Large matches that have prize tables, we're constantly pulling AR-15 parts off of the prize tables. So I decided that I would go to my friends, my shooting family, and see if they would be willing to donate AR-15 parts for us to build a nice custom rifle that we would raffle off for donations to Amy's GoFundMe site. And this is the result. It took me 4 days, probably a couple hours total of Facebook messages, text messages, and phone calls to have every part for this rifle donated. Let's go over some of the technical aspects of this for those of you who are gun people. This rifle is built off of Spike's Tactical forged mil-spec receivers. The barrel is a 16-inch pencil profile stainless barrel from Palmetto State Armory. It's a 5.56 NATO chamber, 1-in-7 twist. So it will run anything from 55 up to the 77 grain bullets without a problem. It is a mid-length gas system with a UTG Pro Ultra Slim Key Mod handguard, 15 inches long. On the end here we have a primary weapon systems FSC 5.56 flash suppressing compensator. I have this on, or this same brake on my own defensive rifle. As an all-around muzzle device, they're very good. It's a very effective compensator, pretty good flash hider. It's really an excellent little piece of hardware. And then, down on the back end, we have Magpul ACS stock, Magpul MOE Plus rubberized grip, which I'm a huge fan of. We have a CMC 3.5 pound single stage flat trigger, and a mil-spec bolt carrier group, and all of our controls here are from Seekins Precision. We have the ambidextrous safety, we have their enhanced bolt catch, we have their billet trigger guard, and their billet magazine button, all which work really well. The Cerakote job was graciously donated by Mike at Vigilante Arms, located in South Jordan, Utah. If you just search Vigilante Arms, Utah, you will find his website. And Mike not only did this for free, we had him do it in crimson, gray, and black, Amy's favorite colors, but he turned the entire thing around in less than 2 weeks because he knew it was important that we got this rifle together to be able to show people so we can drive donations. So he turned it around fast as well and did an absolutely fantastic job. This thing is gorgeous. Now, we do still have a couple fiddly bits coming in. We do have a Bravo Company ambidextrous charging handle on the way. Right now it just has a mil-spec unit in it. And we also had donated this Vortex Strike Eagle 1-6X scope. And we have a worn scale mount on its way. So this will be mounted and zeroed as well. And we have a Safariland rail mounted light system, which will also come with the rifle. This was donated by another friend of mine. Howard Late has, through their sponsored shooter Craig Outson, has also donated a set of black Impact Sport electronic hearing protection. Another friend sent over this brand new Blackhawk soft single rifle case, and we currently have 7 30-round PMags that'll come with it as well. As I've gone through it, we're looking right now a total retail value of about $2,200 on this rifle. When you account for the custom coating and everything, there's already a video up showing me shooting it. This is a fantastic handling, fantastic shooting little gun. We've also been given a couple of secondary prizes, again from another one of my amazing friends. Here we have a Luth AR MBA4 adjustable carbine stock. We have a couple of LaRue stock risers as well. And from one of my favorite authors of military science fiction, I have a pair of autographed books from Michael Z. Williamson, who is a U.S. veteran himself, and writes very engaging fiction. You can see here that he signed these hardcovers. These we'll be using as secondary prizes for other winners beyond the ultimate winner of this beautiful rifle. And so now the question is, how do you donate to help Amy, and how do you get entries in to possibly win this? What we've done is I've set things up so you will donate to Amy's GoFundMe site, which I will have a link to in the video description. Every $25 is one entry into the raffle, and all you need to do is, after you donate to GoFundMe, is you forward the receipt from GoFundMe to an email address I set up, which is ADillonBenefitRaffle@gmail.com. I'll also have that in the video description. Couple of legal fiddly bits here. This rifle is not compliant with, nor are the magazines, with any state level laws regarding so-called assault weapons or magazine capacity bans. So so please check your local laws, because if you're from California, Illinois, Massachusetts, New York, any of the other states in which this rifle is not legal, we of course cannot transfer it to you. I am at Range Masters of Utah, located in Springville, Utah. Our website is www.rangemasters.com, and they have volunteered to handle the FFL duties for the transfer of this rifle. So if you happen to be a Utah resident, you can come right in. You'll fill out ATF Form 4473, be subjected to background check, and the rifle will be transferred to you. If you live out of state, then all you'll need to do is send over the information for your local federal firearms licensee, your local firearms dealer, and the rifle will be transferred to them, and they will perform the background checks and paperwork in order to transfer it to you. So that's really what we've got going on. We've put together some really fantastic prizes just from the huge generosity of people in the competitive shooting community at large, and here at Range Masters, who actually sponsor me as a competitive shooter. They donated a number of the parts here, and our owner and gunsmith Steve is the one who assembled the rifle for us. I build lots of AR-15s, but he's more meticulous, so I had him do this, and he did a fantastic job, as he always does. So help a incredible veteran who puts a lot of volunteer time in for us. Help her recover from a freak storm that, frankly, nobody expected to ever damage her home. And you very well may win this beautiful rifle and its accessories. And that is it. We have updates going out constantly on Facebook and Twitter. I'll include links to those in the video description. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us through the Facebook page or the email address. And the one thing that we've got going on now that I need help with, now that we've got the prizes together, we've got things organized, is I have these flyers ready and available for download. I am trying to get national media attention. We've gotten some, but media is fickle. I'm asking for people to come to the Facebook page or email me to be able to print these flyers out and get them put up in your local area. If you can put them up on the bulletin board at work, that's great. If your local gun shops will permit you to post this, that is great. I mean, Amy's a fantastic person who is more than deserving of the help that we can give her. It's just a matter of getting people informed of the need. And so please contact me through the Facebook page, contact me through the email address, and help us get the word out across social media and in person via those flyers. So that is it for today's video, and wish you all a great day.